Okay, hello people of the universe. Welcome back to my room. I decided today that we're gonna do a reading in here, and let me know if you prefer the living room or the bedroom for the reading. Don't worry about this. Those are just fitness supplements. But that's not what we're going to talk about here today. We are doing a reading using the neon inspired tarot. And it's, if you're worried about the good times, in my short life of closer to 31 years now, I have learned that the good times come and go. And I'm a firm believer that that's okay, because without good times, there are no bad times, and without bad times, there are no good times. That is the duality. And there's the good in the bad and the bad in the good. You've seen the yin-yang logo. It tells you all you need to know. So if you're worried about the good times, will they ever come back, or maybe it seems like you're at the end of a good period of time where things were fine, this reading is here for you. And we have pile number 1, this one here, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Whichever crystal you feel the most drawn to is the pile with the message for you. And I'll see you in your pile. Alright, pile number 1, welcome. So we're just gonna draw some cards and see what happens. Not really posing a question, it's just a reading here for you. If you're worried about the good times. 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, 4 of Cups. What do we have here? Right, so it seems you have this quest, maybe. You want to venture alone. It's kind of like a longing to go on your own out on maybe just a walk in the woods or an adventure. You want to maybe go backpacking or something. It's like this love maybe you already have and you miss it. You want to go alone, like something you want to do something alone. And with the 5 of Wands here, this is in conflict. You have like an inner conflict between this here that you want to do alone and the 4 of Pentacles, which is this mystical character in your life that you seek. Maybe, I feel like it's kind of like a mentor vibe. You have something to learn from this person. And so you're in conflict between going alone and seeking out this character that you want this person to mentor you. this person is very mystique. There's like fog around him or her. And so it's a very mysterious person that you want to seek out, and you want this person to mentor you. But you also want to venture alone and go on an adventure, and so you have this inner conflict here. Seven of Cups. Good times, abundance, parties, maybe even substances for some of you. With the Ace of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and Four of Cups. It's almost, I feel like it is suppressed. This is a suppressed experience. They speak a lot about this in psychology, you know, suppressing memories and stuff, denial, even. And Four of Cups here, mind. Yeah, so you have suppressed a certain, you know, I would say these are good times, a certain enjoyment of an experience where love was given to you, you know. It is a past good time, you know. Like I told in the intro, you know, good times come and go. And one of your good times in the past, you have suppressed the experience, if not also the memories, you know. Maybe because it was so good, you know, you were so happy that it felt safer to suppress your enjoyment. And so with the Four of Cups here, you know, you gotta find, through inner meditation, you know, if you meditate on your inner self, you shall be able to kind of unlock this, and you must be brave enough to allow your emotional reactions to this experience flourish. Because when you're doing this, at least this type of good time is blocked from you because you have suppressed it. And so if this comes again, or something similar, you won't be able to enjoy it. Because it only reminds you of this good time that you were not brave enough to face. Maybe out of fear of losing it, or maybe even the knowledge that it won't last caused you to suppress your enjoyment of it. I'm gonna pull some Divine Masculine as well for you. The world always finds a way to praise and a way to blame. The wise continually praises. Be still and loving and fearless, for the mind talks and the heart knows. Okay, so this is, you know, to stay positive, keep your mind above water, and also remember, you know, the mind can fool you. Do those inner meditations and find this flourishing, and remember that, you know, even though the mind ought to be logical, it is not all you have of senses, you know. Trust your other senses as well. And don't go around blaming, you know, things. You could say it's the government's fault, or it's the it's the blame of the whatever, you know. You can point your fingers at people, things, places. This is a message to don't do that, you know. You gotta accept the universal flow. Things happen, and you know, not one person or thing is to blame, because it's way too interconnected, you know. Everything, it's like determinism. You can look up determinism if you want. How everything kind of connects. One thing, it's a butterfly effect, right? One thing leads to another, and you gotta let go of this blaming energy. Alright, pile number 1, thank you very much. Okay, pile number 2, this is your crystal here. And if you're worried about the good times, this is a reading for you. The Sun, King of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Strength, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, Death, 9 of Wands, and 7 of Pentacles. Alright, let's see what we have here. The Sun is a warmth, you know. You're more than likely a person who likes summer, warm days, and maybe spring as well. You know, when the snow melts and the flowers spring. You don't have to wear as many clothes, and you can enjoy the sun. And first and foremost, you know, this is quite normal. Living on a planet in a solar system, in a universe like this, you know. The Earth moves around the sun and the seasons change. We go from summer to fall to winter, and then spring comes again, and summer. And maybe you'd like summer to last all year. If so, you know, maybe you should move to a place longer south. But even so, you will have seasons. You know, there will be colder times and warmer times. And that's just the seasons. You know, it's perfectly normal and scientific. Nothing to do with you, you can't control it, but maybe you can shift your perception, because maybe it relates to you, maybe it doesn't, but I have met people who seem to think the coldness of the winter or the wetness of a rainy day is their own inner emotions. I don't know how, but I misinterpreted the signals, right? When the sun hits their body, they feel warm and good. And they have somehow, in their mind, you know, they say that this is because I did something good, or what I just did now was great, and so therefore I feel good. Or when it gets cold, you know, they think everything is horrible and that their entire social life has fallen apart. But really, you know, it's the cold. And that's what they're sensing. So remember that, maybe it relates to you. We have the King of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, Strength. This is like a cave. I hear like echoes. And it speaks of creation and strength. And so if you want to create something, maybe you have someone you want to collaborate with on something, and you're wondering, you know, if this will ever be. Can I do it? Maybe it's a solo project as well for some of you. Can I do it? How can I do it? Will I be able to do it? Or the strength here, I think the message is, you know, keep strong, and you have the infinity symbol here, which means you don't have bad time. Take your time, find your strength to do it. Because you have the ability, the talent, and the opportunity to learn what you need to learn, what the things you need to know. But with the infinity symbol, you gotta remember that you are not, you're never out of time. You have all the time you need to do this. So relax, and take your time to find your strength first. And then you'll be able to do this art project that you have here. It can also be an academic project, but it's, in somewhat in the same of producing something for others. Let's see here. Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, Death. And then 9 of Wands and 7 of Pentacles. So this is incredible strength here. It's a warrior spirit. It may be yourself or someone you know, who has this incredible strength and gift to go on and on and on and on and on. Battle through the hordes. And through this, transformation shall happen. This person shall change, and this warrior shall become something even more wholesome. It's more divine. It's kind of like a god almost, I've seen it happen to certain celebrities. I'm not gonna name names, but they start out, and as they go through it, the battles of their career and their lives, they become this heightened version of themselves. And what they produce then is even greater than when they started, because they have kind of manifested a higher version of themselves. However this resonates with you. And then with the 7 of Pentacles to end, I feel like even so, the grind never ends. Whether this is you or someone you know going through this, warrior to God, and then there's still some work left to do. And so I think the message here is, since this is about, I think, let me give me a minute to find a way to put it for you. It's hard work, This is very hard work. And even though good things will come out of it, in the end, it's still hard work. Let's see if we can find some more. Seven of Swords, the Fool, Queen of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, the World. Right, so, this is incredibly difficult and hard work for you or someone you know, and good things will come out of it. It might be a good experience for this individual, but the good times, they're not in the work, not in the grind, in the difficulties. They're beneath, The good times come out of those days where you don't have to work, those days where you can relax and have fun. The days when you can go out drinking with your friends or enjoy a night with your spouse, not worrying, And so I think the message here is that the good days come out of this hard work. And we're gonna draw some wisdom cards for you as well. Divine Masculine. Guard your mind and vigilance. Nurture the positive and remove the negative. Your mind will find peace. Watch yourself, awaken yourself. Be awakened, the dreamer dreams awake. And your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. And so this is, you know, if you're worried about the good times, what you need here is a change of mind. Maybe this is how you feel, you know, like you're grinding every day, working really hard, going through this transformation from warrior to god. Working. You need a change of mind because your joy comes out of this. Your joy is somewhat in it. You know, look at the yin yang symbol. You have this white dot in the black and you have the black dot in the white. Your enjoyment comes from the work and also out of it. And so you need a change of mind, and you need to guard your mind from those who wishes to give you a negative mindset. And that's hard work. That's very hard work. But you can do it, and it's kind of like fitness, you know. At first, the lightest weight is very heavy. And then, you know, as you go along, the lightest weight is super light. And you get stronger. And this is also how this mind thing works. You gotta start somewhere. Start with the easiest weight. Guard your mind from negative thoughts and those who want you to think negatively about what you do and what you want, and yourself and your ego, how you feel, your dreams, your hopes. And as you go along, it will get easier and easier, and you'll get stronger and stronger. And that is how you will find your good times. Pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Okay, pile number 3. Welcome. If you're worried about the good times, this reading is for you. The Star. The Devil. That's an interesting combination there. 10 of Cups. The Hermit. 10 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. And the Moon. The Star and the Devil. The good and the bad connecting together. What will it form? Maybe this is a worry of yours. Who will you become, right? Now, spiritually, we often say that to connect the good and the bad within yourself is a good thing because it will make you more wholesome. If you have these two divided, if you, for example, in your ego only want to see yourself as good, you will project your bad on someone else, and you will cause this whole dramatic stir where someone else is playing your bad version of yourself, you know, what you deem as bad within yourself, you project onto others, and then the others will play you if they're not, you know, enlightened enough to get what's going on. And you will continue to do so until you can combine these together. Because we all have good and bad sides, and what those are is in your own mind, you know, what you believe. So if you want to only see yourself as good, what you deem to be bad sides of yourselves, you will push upon others, and they will play this for you over and over again until you get it. That it's just you, you know. It's yourself. The Moon, it's kind of like dark enlightenment. In spirituality, we often speak of light and light words, joy and growth, But here it seems like what you need is enlightenment of the darker things. Maybe you've seen things at night that you probably wish you didn't see. Or have memories you wish you didn't have. Thoughts you wish you didn't have. Dreams you wish weren't real. And so start with meditation on this. And you will most likely find that you hold values that you have learned through various sources that are negative to your self-image, because they teach you that you are bad for being who you are. And this causes this stir. And these projection games, they're horrible, both for you and the people around you. They're not good. Not healthy at all. 10 of Cups, the Hermit, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. I think, you want to have good times, but there is something here that has to happen first. If you play video games, I have a metaphor for you. Excuse me if you don't. There's a big castle, and you want to go in. And there's this god outside that says you don't have the key, you can't come in. Everybody has to have a key to enter. So you say, all right, but I want that key, and so you go and venture on the quest to find it. Right? And so you have to go through this. Maybe you're reluctant to do so. It's enlightenment, wisdom. This here can be relevant, And then, I don't know if you're gonna find the key to the castle, but once this journey of enlightenment here, that is happening for you, whether you want it to or not. Maybe you don't want to see it, maybe it's scary, maybe your mates are bullying you for it. Don't worry about that. Mates are mates. That's just how it is. Bully them back, But make sure to open your mind to this, because you're gonna go through it anyway. And once this journey is done, the good times will come, and you will be much more capable and responsible when they do. You'll be able to enjoy them in a whole different way. Enlightened, maybe a little tired from the journey, but able to enjoy yourself. And I sense that you are kind of wary. You're looking out for what comes next, and for those who wishes to destroy your good times, enemies. And maybe that is why this journey has to happen first, so that you're ready to guard the good times. Thank you, pile number 3. Right, I hope you enjoyed this reading. As an extra bonus for all of you who are still watching, I'm gonna use the transparent tarot as well to get a reading for all piles and everyone watching, relating to the same theme, just seeing what comes out. And here we have it, the yin and yang in the heart and reverse even, which first and foremost means to remember that there's good in the bad and bad in the good. You can enjoy the bad times, and you can find negative things in the good times. And here we have some sort of warrior venturing through it all. Getting down on one knee. Remember to celebrate yourself. so that when the bad times come, you are ready to fight and stand trial, you know? Maybe not literally. And the sun will shine again. Right, so the message is, to remember to stay strong through the bad times. Because when they're done, the sun will shine once again. And so through the bad times, stay strong and stay vigilant. Don't fall to the dark side just because things are bad, Stay the hero. Thank you.